Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video because what we're doing today at the range. This is a Savage Model 64 Precision, and the whole purpose of today's video is I'm going to be doing a bunch of subsonic testing in this. If you're gonna be doing some precision rimfire stuff, subsonic is the way to go. Let me give you a quick front to back here, or back to front. Like I said, this is a Savage Model 64 Precision semi-auto 22 LR. It's got a heavier than average barrel. It's got a threaded barrel. On top, I've got a Athlon with how many zoomies on it? 34 zoomies. That's another thing. If you go to these rimfire competitions where everyone's getting real serious and competing, they've got a big piece of glass on there so you can absolutely ensure that you're breaking that trigger when you're holding the same spot. But today's video is all about precision. Like I said, we're gonna be doing all subsonic stuff. Let me show you everything we're gonna be flinging out of this. Then I'm gonna get right back to the bench at 100 yards. I did a quiz. Do y'all want me to test this at 150, 100 yards or 50 yards? And it was pretty much 50-50. So today we're doing it at 100 yards. We might do some more at 50 yards another time. But let me show you all the boo lights we're gonna be testing. So like I said, today we're all about precision, so we're going to be using some more precision oriented bow lights. We got some S&K match, long range match. We got some CCI standard velocity. Most of the time that's subsonic. And we got some of the WHOTEEWHO Midas Plus. That's got good reputation. We got some of the red match from S&K. We got some Remington subsonic. We've got some of this Ely 10X, Norma match 22, some Aguila subsonic hollow point. Be interesting to see how those hollow points do. And then some Norma Tech 22. I'm gonna do 2 groups of each. I'm gonna meet you back at the house and measure them with the calipers and all that at the end of the video. But comment down below, which one do you think is gonna do the best? That's 9 different subsonic 22 LR. Hard to say, but I'm gonna give them all the same fair shake. 2 groups of each. Let's see what happens. All right, here. Now again, back at 100 yards. First one I'm trying is this SK long range match. And I'm gonna edit all this out to where y'all just see the hits, giving everything the same fair shake. I've got this in my Caldwell Lead Sled DFT2 rest. My favorite rest. One of the coolest things, because see, this has a longer mag. Well, it can still be upright because there's a double-sided tube frame that the mags can go in between. So here we go. I'm gonna edit all this real fast so you guys don't have to watch a long, boring video. Check it out. All the zooms at 34 zoomies. Well, that second group wasn't too bad. What's next? CCI standard velocity. What's next? We got that WHOTEEWHO Midas Plus stuff. I think that was 2 in the same hole there. S&K match red box is next. Now there are a bunch of people say, when you're testing rimfire, you've got to burn 10 through the barrel to get the barrel accustomed to the ammo. Well, there may be some truth to that. Maybe we'll test that fully in another video. But in the supersonic test, which if you didn't catch that video, definitely go check it out. I did this same test with 11 different type of supersonic, and this thing liked a few of those. Did really good, under an inch with several at 100 yards. But On some of those, the first group was better than the second one. And on some of them, the second group was better. And on the supersonics, sometimes the first group was better, and others the second group was better. So here goes the, what were these? I just loaded them. Here goes the red box SK match. Ooh, that's gonna be really good. So another thing to mention, yeah, we're running subsonics through this, but it's still cycling. So the way they've made it, it cycles with the subsonics, where there's some semis out there that the subsonics don't have enough juice to cycle the action back. What's the last one for this target? Remington Subsonics. It's gonna be hard to beat that last one. And again, it's at 100 yards, guys. That's probably a 0.3 inch group or something. Let's test these Remingtons. That's not too terrible, still under an inch group there, I'd say. You go swap the target out and send the rest of them. All right, back here again, 100 yards, and starting off with these Aguila subsonic hollow points. See how they do. Not a terrible group there. What's next? Norma Tech 22, the black Norma box. See how these do. Likes this stuff. Ah, see, there's one where the first group did a lot better than the second one. What's next? Like I said, a lot of people say, oh, if you're doing rimfire, you got to send a bunch just to get the barrel ready for it. Well, in that case, that first group did a lot better than the second group. I'd have been burning ammo through there. That would have been making better groups. So different stuff does different things, I guess. I don't know. Next is this Norma match stuff, the white box Norma. Wow. See, that was another good group. And I didn't send a bunch through the barrel before we started grouping it. See what happens here. Good group there. That might be the winner. 3 touching with the match 22. Last one we have is red box Ely 10X. Oh, and it threw that last one. Man, that was working on a really good group. But we're gonna measure them all. I'll see you back at the house after I measure them with the calipers. All right, so back at the house, I just measured all these groups with the calipers. Remember, 100 yards with the subsonics. I did this exact same video with a bunch of supers and didn't have extremely high hopes going into it, knowing all my previous precision stuff with rimfires has always been subsonic. But we did get a couple, 2 or 3 of the supersonics actually grouped really good out of the 64 precision at 100 yards. But was super excited to get out to the range today. Man, my camera keeps changing the focus here. See if I can fix that. We'll see how that works. Anyways, had a lot higher hopes. with this for the subsonics based off all my previous stuff at the range with subsonics. That being said, let's look at all the measurements. Some of these were ridiculously good, but check it out. So Aguila's 1.52 and a 0.81. Not that impressive yet. I mean, it's under an inch group at 100 yards, but still, nothing to go, whoa! Now, where are we at right here? A 0.63, and what is this stuff? It's the Norma TAC 22. Pretty common stuff. 0.63 at 100 yards. That's pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Right there in a row. And then the second one went to a 1.62. Then this one right here. It's the best average of the day with the Norma Match 22. So let me get up close. 2 touching and then one right here with a 0.52. Average of a 0.45. Second best group of the day was right here with a 0.37. That's 3 touching. That was my aim point. That's 3 touching. But that still wasn't the best group of the day, 3 touching. So, match 22, best average of the 2 groups. Remember, 100 yards, 0.45. What's down here? Those Ely 10X, not that great. I mean, I get really crazy into precision. When we're comparing a 0.37 versus a 1 inch, normally 1 inch is pretty good at 100 yards. But when we're doing 0.37s, that makes a 1 inch group look pretty terrible. The Ely 10X 1.02 and 1.55. Still haven't seen the best yet. Those Norma Match 22s are pretty good. But the best group of the day is on this sheet right here. Start at the top. So, the SK Long Range Match had pretty high hopes for that stuff. And we got a 1.46 first group and then a 0.75. That's pretty respectable with the 0.75. Then with the CCI standard velocity, I included this on the supersonic video as well, even though it's subsonic. Got a 0.54 today. That's on par with what I got in previous testing. Both groups under an inch. Pretty respectable. CCI standard velocity. What's this? The Lapua Midas. The first group was a 1.18. Second group was a 0.59 with 2 touching right here. Then, here's the best group of the day with the SK Match, the red box. So 0.98 first group. Yeah. 0.26 inch group right here. 100 yards with 22 LR. That SK Match in the red box. That's 3 with a 0.26 inch group. Quarter inch group at 100 yards. Best group of the day. And then what was on the bottom? Remington Subsonic. 1.75 was the first one. And then the second one, we got a 0.61. So, not too shabby. But the best group of the day was that SK Match red. So, here's what I'm going to do. I got the bench rest there at 100 yards. Next time I take the Model 64 Precision out, I will do bench rest stuff at 50 yards and pick the top 3 or 4 out of this test that we did today and just send a bunch of them. Do like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 groups. Really slow down and do a... This was a precision-minded bench rest at 100 yards. We'll do another super precision-minded based off of our findings in this quick test today, what works the best out of that 64 precision, and try to really do some crazy precision stuff. See if we can get some more of that 0.2 inch groups. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for coming along. Model 64 Precision from Savage, semi-auto 22 LR. We got some pretty respectable groups out of it here today. I knew we would with the subsonics. But hey, make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one. WHOTEEWHO.